everybody, and welcome back to Ventthis. I'm here with Paul Roseberry, our charming comedian, and we have a very special guest again today, someone who's been on our show before, and he's so good that we asked him to come back. He's that music composer on the show. You might have heard about it. It's called The Young and the Restless, the #1 daytime television show, the competitor for General Hospital where I work. But we're friends. No
Hey,
animosity.
number one, does number one mean it's better than General Hospital?
Really, Paul?
Is it? I didn't know because I heard number one. I didn't know. Is that like for writing it's better, or for like ratings it's better, for like talent, skill? Is it all just overall everything about it is better, or
Hold
like?
on. Need to take the sword out before I respond. Okay, I'm good now. It's overall in ratings. There are probably maybe 2 or 3 million more fans than we are. The last time I checked,
2 or 3 million
that's a lot
more,
more.
more.
I mean, we're up there, but they're up there.
Wow.
So,
And I would have thought until this moment that they were like a neck and neck sort of, you know, thing, but it's more like Oreo and Hydrox kind of.
Okay.
That's a really good reference because, like, on the face of it, they look exactly the same.
Sure.
But, you know,
I don't know what
everybody knows what an Oreo is. That's all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yes, the guy talking obviously is RC, our the music composer for Young and the Restless. And by the way, we are competing in the best show category this year at the Emmys in October. I don't think we were nominated for music, but I don't know if you guys were. You told me that, but I forgot what you said. Are you nominated for music?
You were not nominated either.
Okay. Okay. So we're even on that playing field.
You know, it's an honor just to be looked over.
Just tell me next time. I'll send in a letter. I'll nominate you guys. Yeah, do a little write-in, little write-in ballot from the fans.
Okay.
Chrissy, we worked together for many years, 22 to be exact.
I know. Well, today's episode is titled I Need a New Fiance, Boyfriend, and Friends. So, yes, and it's yes, Gary, thank you. It's episode 91.
We're coming up on 100 pretty soon, Chrissy. We're going to have to do something silly for 100.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know. Well, yeah, you're right. Think of something. We'll do it.
Do like live at the Sizzler or something.
Gift certificates for dinner for 4 at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
Wow.
not bad.
Wow. But we got to throw our own names in the box just in case, just have a chance.
Just have a chance.
Oh, look at the 4 who won.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody who wrote in.
Is 8 o'clock good for you, Gary?
Well, should we hear our first vent?
Let her rip.
I have a rule while I'm in the dating pool to not get intimate until at least 10 dates. You can call me a prude or whatever. Those are my rules. If a guy doesn't like it, then here are your walking papers. Okay, that being said, I fell hard after 3 dates with this gorgeous surgeon, and he asked me to spend the night, so I did. Well, he had more hair on his body than a silverback gorilla. I was so turned off by this that I don't want to see him again. You can tell he is so proud of his body. I can't tell him to wax or get laser. I think he will be insulted. What do I do? What would other women do? Signed, Yuck Hair Shedder.
She said women. Chrissy, you want to lead us off? I mean,
What?
I can't wait.
Okay, I guess I would have to know how much. Well, first of all, I don't know how much the silverback gorilla has on his body. But if it's
You
a
don't
gorilla,
see any skin. We'll say that.
Well,
like
they
a
have
dog.
skin on their chest, right? When they go like this.
Sure.
Okay, but the back is covered with hair.
Pretty thatchy.
So this guy is a hairy beast.
He's a primate.
He's a primate. I'm sorry, I could not date somebody who's as hairy as a gorilla. It would turn me off. I would have to say to him, Joe, I think you're attractive and I love hanging out with you. How about I give you 10 sessions for a laser? You want to try that? That won't hurt. And it might, you've got gorgeous skin. What do you think? And if the door gets slammed as I get kicked out, then I'll have my answer. But I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
So you're almost perfect for me, except you have too much hair on your back. So here's 10 laser treatments.
Yeah. What do you think? Is that cheesy? Is that being superficial?
Um, I don't know. Does he get to make the same request of her? Is there anything
Wow.
she needs a touch up on? Can he ask about that?
Yeah, I
We can
guess
just
so.
straighten out that nose a little bit. We might both be interested in each other.
Yeah, could you divide that so it's just two eyebrows, not one long?
Wow. Wow.
Okay, RC.
Wow. I gotta say, so I thought she was a gold digger at first. I thought she was a gold digger because at first she's like this neurotic prude. Oh, not for 10 dates. Oh, never. And if you don't like it, you can get lost. And all of a sudden, oh, a rich guy who's good looking takes her home, drives it out of the park, third date. I mean, suddenly, oh, I couldn't help but notice, surgeons make a lot of money. Um, but then she's like, she's willing to walk because he has too much baggage. He's physically gorgeous. He makes a ton of money. He has an amazing career. You got to live in the real world, girl. Chrissy, you jumped right to it. Talk to him. Hey, you ever thought about dialing it back on the back hair? You ever think about calling in a crew, trimming that down a bit? Maybe some shaping. If we could, can we do some kind of a like make a dolphin at the way they do out of bushes in the front yard or so, something. Talk to the guy. You gotta be real. And like you have too many rules. I don't know. Oh, I don't do anything for 10 dates. Who talks about a rule that you gotta loosen up?
Wait,
Don't
Paul, if a
what?
girl had a hairy back and she was gorgeous, made a lot of money, all the things you just checked in the box, what would you do?
All right, look, first of all, this is a little slanted because women don't typically have hair on their back. Men could have some hair and it could be reasonable. But fine. Okay. If you want to do the hairy back, but otherwise she's hot. She's got an awesome career and a ton of money. And we're in a social environment where she may feel inclined to take care of me with that money and I don't really have to feel weird
Oh,
about it.
God.
Yeah, I would offer to nair that hair. I would talk to, yeah, of course I would talk to her about it.
Now,
What do you
I'm
think, Ron? Huh?
if we're all just humans here and you're attracted to what you're attracted to, and if something turns you off, it's valid, you can't. I don't go for the idea of, well, if I just change you a little, then you'll be perfect for me.
Yeah.
If you're not, hey, she, those two guys, those two guys need to look for people similar to themselves. The surgeon needs to find the hairy woman, and then they're both good.
A good Harry. So an
Oh,
Armenian.
Yeah.
He's got to go to Glendale.
we're good people.
Good
Remember,
people. Good
we're
people
Armenian.
generally like to cook and plenty warm in the winter with all that hair. It
Okay,
could be good.
hold on a second. RC, you think she should dump him then? Or he dump her?
Uh, if she's no longer attracted to him, life's too short. You gotta pursue what makes you happy.
Life is too short, but the hair on the back is not.
The hair on the
And
back
that's
is
the
not too
problem.
short.
That's the
It's too
impetus right here.
long.
That's the real issue.
You know,
Like,
she
what?
doesn't she doesn't maybe need to say, by the way, I'm dumping you because you have hair on your back, but just, hey, I don't think it's gonna work out for us. Um, Here's a salon I know of. You might want to stop by sometime. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say this chick doesn't mess around until the 10th date. He took her home on the third date. Sounds like they had sex.
Right.
He must have checked so many boxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he checked hers, to say the least. But
Oh, Jesus.
no, but I'm saying that,
Think he
like,
voted twice?
huh?
Think he voted twice?
Yes, yes. So I just think you got to live in the real world. If you got an awesome guy, it sounds like she enjoyed the date, I would imagine. She liked the conversation, the company, okay, and he looks good and he's got all the money. So your man's got a hairy back. We all make concessions, you know?
But I don't think it's just the back. I think she said a silverback Grillo. I think from,
Oh, he's everywhere.
I think
He's
from,
Cro-Magnon. Do
yeah,
his
I think,
knuckles drag?
I don't know about that, Paul, but I
Maybe
got
maybe the
this.
reason she went home with him was because he hit her over the head with a club and drug her home by the hair behind him.
There
Maybe
we
he's a
go, Paul.
full-on caveman. Maybe is this a guy from the Geico commercials, maybe?
And
The
that's what I'm
caveman?
visioning.
Remember those?
Yeah, I
So,
hated
Paul,
that.
you think she should compromise?
Well, yeah, I think this chick sounds high strung from the start. I don't think she's in a rational position of what is and isn't a deal breaker. I think she's got to loosen up. To your point, RC, do I think that she should go around changing people to fit who they? And I could tell that was your feeling from the very
Yeah.
beginning. And I can get with that. If it's if it just can't be palatable to her, then I guess, yeah, move on. But I think she's got to be realistic. I wonder how old this woman is. I wonder how many relationships she's had. And I want, look at her trajectory.
Yeah.
I'm smelling a lot of cats coming her way. And they
Yeah.
have fur on all of their backs.
The 10 days could be because she actually has 10 cats and he
It's
needs
got to be that.
each one.
Toxoplasmosis, I think she has from the cats. I think
No,
she's
I
crazy.
agree with you about the rule. I think you just, take it as it goes.
I mean, I want to just say this. It's kind of a part of the vent. And Paul's like, slamming her for it. And I think it's okay.
The surgeon slammed her a lot harder than I did. He did that after 3 dates. I have yet to slam this woman. I don't intend to. But
Paul, we're not X-rated. So let's keep it.
I was just, talking about physical movement.
Okay. And now for the woman's perspective, because she asked for that. Go ahead,
She
Chris.
did.
Thank you. What's wrong if you want to wait before you get into the bedroom? What's wrong with that? She had a rule, 10 dates. Maybe you go out to dinner. We've talked about this on many different, episodes. They want to get to know each other. So she wants to get to know somebody before she allows a man to,
Yeah.
take her in his bed.
It's about her having a specific number. I think that's the thing. It's like, okay, it's 8, so not yet. It's that thing. That seems like a future of high maintenance to me.
RC, there's
That's
a
okay.
reason we do well on our episodes together. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because Christy, you said, what's wrong with they want to get to know each other first? I think that's great. I think it's great. And I would say if any rule, don't do it on the first night, if you're going to have any rules, I guess, but yeah, to RC's point, it sounds rigid and absurd. It's like when people, male or female, but women tend to do it more often. I need to be married by whatever age and then have kids by this age. And that, like, you can't put ages on things that are arbitrary, things that are individually measured, like, I want to know a guy. I want to feel safe with a guy. Fine, of course. But yeah, 10 dates. Well, I feel safe. I like the guy, but we're not there yet. So pretty soon there, Joey, we'll get to, or you're still not totally comfortable with a guy, but you're like, well, it has been 10, I guess. And she set herself up to fail because she broke after 3. So now she's like a hypocrite. I dated a girl who was religious and we slept together much sooner than she would have liked. And well, not that she would have liked. She was obviously into it, but would go back and forth. And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? She'd be like, I've decided I don't want to have sex anymore until marriage. And I'm like, we've had sex a lot. Like, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean, us? But like we've already. It's like you're on third base and you just start trotting back to first. It's like, what the hell? How did that happen? I don't. Okay, even more. It's a home run. You can get off the bench and just go back to second base.
So it sounds like we're on the point of, as far as the rule, making it a rule seems a little too rigid. But Chrissy,
Yeah.
to your point, nothing wrong with wanting to get to know somebody better. But the second part of the question was, what would other women do regarding this discovery that he's hairy?
Yeah.
RC's asking you, if you're her, do you validate the see you later because of the back hair, or would you? Because your first reaction was you mentioned maybe getting it shaved, but do you see him again? Would you have the guts? Because it sounds like she might be a little timid. She might be afraid to say, "Hey, I really enjoyed, wrestling with you, but couldn't notice I couldn't see my hands when I reached for your back." and it made me scared because it was dark already, and I thought they were gone.
I thought I was running my hair through the back of your head, but I was wrong. It wasn't
There
your.
were vertebrae under my finger.
I mean, you just gotta go, if you make the compromise, Chrissy, it's like that's a lifetime maintenance issue for him.
It is, and maybe for her.
Yeah, maybe she's shaving him down. I don't know.
How about this for a thought, gentlemen? What if he hasn't dated a lot and didn't know that that might be offensive to women? And so, come on, she strips his body from clothes, and all of a sudden, he thinks he looks great, and she's like, whoa, I just got dropped in the jungle. I got to figure this one out. So maybe he doesn't have a lot of experience with women.
There's no way this man doesn't know that most people think that amount of hair is not attractive. There's no way.
Wait, RC, I'm with you 9 times out of 10 in this situation, but let me offer one thing. Here's something I've observed over time. Let me know if you notice. People who have very highly specialized degrees that involve many years of book studying, lawyers, doctors, specialists. A lot of these people have zero social skills. They're
True.
almost like a little kind of funky. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
little. So there's a chance this woman's missing the big opportunity. This guy, maybe like Chrissy's saying, he doesn't have a lot of experience with women. He doesn't know because he misses a lot of social cues, which means she could control him for life. And women do this. Women, especially in big cities like LA, they find a really inept man who's good at making money, but he doesn't have a lot of other skills socially or confidence wise. And she could manipulate him to do whatever she wants for the rest of her life. And she could have all of his money, and he would just do whatever he says and take the garbage out when she says. She could really have something here if she's that kind of lady. But unfortunately, I think she's equally timid. She's probably a lawyer. And there's just no alpha in the group, unfortunately.
There's Paul's
It's a dual
new
fail.
spin.
It's a dual fail. Dark.
I don't know. Do you have anything else, RC? I don't think we're gonna.
My takeaway is she's not wrong to be unattracted once she sees the entire product revealed. She can say, "Yeah, I'm not into you. I thought I was, but I'm not." I think that every person has that right. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to feel obligated. And I also think she's a little rigid about her rules.
Okay, but I'm going to say this as a female point of view. Venter, woman, give him another shot. You were taken aback by the
Taken
back.
aback. Was that intentional? Chrissy, good job.
I know, thank you.
Got a little hairy there for a minute.
Oh God, you see, RC, what I have to deal with. Give him another shot. Maybe like we said, maybe he doesn't have a lot of experience with women. Maybe he was good in other areas, and but she couldn't enjoy herself because she was so shell shocked, by the rug on his back. So give him another shot. Let him, explore it again. If it's repulsive, then you give it up. But I think it's too soon to say goodbye to this guy. Everything else checked nicely. So, Venter, if you're listening to our show, give him one more shot. Come on. He deserves another. Everybody deserves a second chance.
Or you could just go to Rite Aid and get a Remington beard trimmer for like $15, like I did. I don't 20 years ago.
But for your back, you need to have a selfie stick on it.
Seriously.
Now there's a product, RC. Now there's a product. You could have the special like surgeon's edition.
Got a date tonight.
I feel like I'm gonna bring her home, but I just got to clean up the backyard a little bit.
Yeah, mow the lawn.
Wow.
Loretta, where are you? Please.
I heard the episode where people were disgusted by ugly toes. Here is my toe vent. My boyfriend, who is 33 and is a doctor, thinks it's funny that my dog licks his toes. It started when he put a treat between his toes and my dog grabbed it and started licking his toes. It is so gross on so many levels. I liked it when my dog licked my face, but now I won't let him because I'm grossed out. I asked him to stop, but he finds it relaxing when my dog does it. This is a reason to break up, I think.
If he's not going to give up the toe licking, this is what I call a beige line. There are red
Ooh.
lines, black lines. This is a beige line where,
Wow.
yeah, Paul, my couples therapist,
This
a
is
woman's,
deep. I like
yes.
this. This is
If
deep.
he's not going to give up the treat between his toes for the dog to lick it for her, and that's her dog, guess what? Take the leash, put it around his neck, and go take him for a walk and shut the door. He's not coming back. You cannot. That's disgusting. I find it unattractive and not going to work for me. Sorry. I think you should break up with him. Gentlemen?
RC, what do you got?
What kind of dog?
Wow. Wow.
RC is.
Interesting. Interesting move.
It's a German Shepherd.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, the German Shepherd probably, yeah, the whole foot would fit, huh?
Yeah, it would. Yeah. Sounds wet.
No, I think it's gross. It's just gross.
It's
Period.
gross. It's gross.
I'll concur. 3 for 3. It's disgusting. I will say, I do want to point out to our listener, if she thinks that the dog licking her face can no longer happen because the dog licked his toes,
Oh,
I got news for what else that dog licks. And you ain't going to want to know because that dog's butt doesn't clean itself.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Again.
You don't
Paul.
want to know. And that's the biggest thing with dogs licking face is you don't know what they licked last. And, you hope that kibble's enough to, yeah. Sound engineer Gary's doing the finger mouth yuck.
I mean,
So-
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. The dog licking the toes it's not connected to whether or not you let the dog lick your face. It's
Yeah.
just gross that the guy enjoys the dog licking his toes. And
Totally
I don't
gross.
know why. I just know I think it's gross.
Well, you know what? You like your toes done? Get a foot massage. Go for reflexology. Soak your toes in water. If you like your feet to be fondled with, there are other ways of having it done.
Yeah, I agree. Cause this is like the first thing that came to mind was, like my grandmother, she always had a little dog and the dog would lick her toes and she's an old lady and it was just cute. Who gives a shit? It was gross. It was pretty gross to watch, but, yeah, she's an old lady. Like, who gives a shit? She sits in a rocker all day. That's her best friend, the little dog, whatever. Still kind of gross. But to like someone you're intimate with, to see that and to call him out and he's like, no, I won't stop. It relaxes me. You are disgusting. That guy might be Ted Bundy. Like, that's something's wrong with you. And he probably has a foot fetish. She's going to find out at some point. He's going to want to, I don't know.
Maybe she should lick his toes instead. That solved the problem.
There you go, RC.
What do you think, Chris?
First of all, I can guarantee none of you can put your foot that close to your mouth. Not many people can do
Oh,
that.
I said she
What
could.
the hell
Oh,
did you just say?
You mean, wait a minute. Oh, RC, really? She's just, oh, Paul disappeared. He's trying to lick his own toes.
No, I mean, some people are into that.
That was quick. That was quick, Chrissy.
Wait, but look, RC, she's disgusted by a dog licking his toes. You think
Sure
she's going to
not
lick his
sure?
toes? No.
RC thinks he's going to want her to lick his toes.
No.
Because
never
there are
happened.
guys, Rex Ryan, he 10 years ago, he was the coach of the New York
Buffalo
Giants.
and the Bills.
I mean, the Jets, yeah. And he was outed as having a foot fetish. He liked to suck his wife's toes. He laughed it off. Everyone laughed with him. It
You
wasn't,
haven't heard of that, Chrissy? It's a big deal for a lot of people.
it's a big deal.
To have your toes sucked.
Yeah.
I know a girl who dated a guy who was so into feet. She didn't have to, but she felt obligated by the, mutual interests in serving each other in the relationship. She got good at giving him footies. Men, I think often sleep a little heavier than women. I don't know, but she could wake up in the night and she could pepper his toes.
But that's just going to hurt the dog.
Once.
Well, how's that going to solve the problem?
You ever heard of
Won't do
Pavlov?
it again.
Yeah, exactly. Pavlov would argue you don't have to pepper too many toes before little Scruffy says, "Look, I'm good on freak feet over here. The old hotfoot. I don't like him anymore at all." And then your dog is back to licking your face. Your boyfriend, it's just not an option for him. Intercede. You
Okay.
could
It's a thought.
a little
All right.
Tabasco toes.
Say, I have an issue with this. Would you please stop?
Yeah. And if he doesn't,
See ya.
see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. All right then.
Anyway,
Let's go with the last vent. I hope it's a cleaner vent, a better vent. This one was weird.
this one's weird.
I
We're
know.
like
They're
two
all,
for
I
two
know.
on weird. I'm afraid to where
Yeah,
the ramp up goes.
you're right. All right, Loretta. Help.
My fiance just sprung this on me. He wants me to sign a prenup. What the hell? Does he not trust me? Ask Paul. He's supposed to be a relationship expert. What's Chris's opinion? I'm blindsided.
Paul, that's to you.
It was to me. All right, I have thoughts on this. I would have to see more of the situation. I feel like, like this is kind of a funky thing, the prenup, because I understand it. Like if this guy's like the heir to, I don't know, the Hershey family or something, like maybe it's just like he could lose his trust fund if he doesn't. Sometimes these things are written in. Sometimes they can be very specific. It does sound like he popped it on her, so that's not too cool. Sometimes I believe there are prenups that are like, what do you call them? They kind of like a stair step removal. Like they're tiered. After like 3 years, it's like a 75%, 5 years, 50, 10 years goes away. Does it necessarily mean that there's not that the emotional connection you would hope for? I want to say no, but I don't know. Also too, you gotta look at this guy's history. Has he ever been married and screwed over before? Could be a little gun shy. Maybe he's just got the greatest of intentions with you, but lawyers are shysters. It's not about you and him. It's about whoever's phone number you called off the side of a bus, and next thing it's I don't know. I think it's her choice if she moves forward. Also, my blanket response to this: Chelsea and I have been together 11 years. It'll be 12 in January. We have a little girl. We're very happy. Couldn't be happier. We're not married. We're not married. At some point we will, just to have name, whatever for the baby, kind of for us, I guess. But we don't feel the need to involve legality in our relationship. We say we choose each other every day. So if you guys are not at a point where you necessarily feel comfort in any aspect of moving forward, and this is an aspect of moving forward, let things develop further, grow more first.
RC, what do you got?
I think most people who want a prenup are people of means, and they're concerned about how much, in a situation where somebody marries you and stays with you for 5 years and you're worth a ridiculous amount of money and they should be entitled to half of everything you've built your whole life. I don't necessarily agree with that. Some people do, but I don't. And especially, I agree with Paul that there's going to be a lot of people that it's their second time around. And at that point, they've already, half is the new hole for them that they now make yet again. So I don't,
I don't know.
I think if he sprung it on her and this is, they've been dating for a long period of time and all of a sudden he says, "Will you marry? But oh, by the way, I need a prenup." And she's never been familiar with that notion from him all along. I don't think that's so great. Um, but if he, on the other hand, if he really does love her, then regardless if it doesn't work out, he wants her to be okay when they split up. So there's, it seems like there's a middle ground there of some sort.
You guys are so serious about this. I took this another way.
I know you're like, he's a bum, throw him out.
No, no, no.
Take
My
his
take.
hairy back and
Yeah.
wait.
Take your shaver and walk out. No, I was going to say, first of all, we don't know if she's actually seen the prenup. All we know is that he brought up a prenup, discussion. If it were me, I'd say something like this. Well, first of all, in the prenup, have you got debt? Because I ain't picking up your debt if that's in the prenup. So we got to talk this thing over. And then I would also add to that, all right, I'm cool with the prenup. In the prenup, every Thursday and Friday and Saturday night, you got to do the dishes. Furthermore, on Sunday, in that prenup, you're washing my car twice a month. Okay? And then on Tuesday night, all the
Shaving my
grocery.
back.
What?
Tuesday night she's shaving the back.
Well,
He's getting that in there.
and then and on Wednesday you can shave my legs and I'll shave your back, whatever. I would go that route. And if it becomes, like really a serious, like you guys said, maybe he's worth a lot of money, maybe he's not. But you're
Chrissy,
right, RC.
After a prenup who's not worth any money. You
Well,
only you only want a prenup if you're concerned about somebody unjustly getting your assets.
yeah.
I don't know.
I
I guess
know.
The way that you just rifled off that list so firmly and like emphatically with emotion. This isn't even you. And you had emotion and that list flew out of you. You've never thought about this. That just flew out of you in the
Correct.
moment. That's why prenups exist.
Pretty much.
That's why. You notice RC and I were both super chill about this. We didn't really leave first gear, methodical, considered both sides. And as RC was saying, I think you can actually have provisions for, well, you get X amount if it doesn't work, you have something. But you were immediately to emotion. You can wash my car. You can basically kiss my beep. That's the woman we're afraid of.
Right, but
I think, Chrissy, we should flip the script for a second because
okay.
then it'll really put things into perspective. The Ventthis a guy, and he's saying to you, all of a sudden she popped this prenup on me that she wants me to sign. Now, what's your response? Because now it's her. She's the one worth a whole bunch of money, and she wants to make sure this guy's not just gonna marry her, hang around long enough to get his hands on some of those assets, right?
I just think that when the notion of a prenup becomes a conversation in a relationship, everybody on their silverback gorilla hair stands up. It's like, okay, he's bringing up a prenup because I don't think he trusts me. He thinks I'm going after his money. I think there's a connotation of negativity, and
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
I was trying to diffuse it because right away you get defensive. You think so. I was trying to add a little humor, and of course you're going to get to the nitty gritty of a prenup, no question. But I just think it's a discussion to have. I don't think you should feel like you're not being trusted. It's like you said, RC, if I had a whole bunch of money and I'm dating you and, we decide to get married and I'm worth gajillions, I'm not so sure you're not going to cheat on me and whatever. So I think it's a valid point to have that discussion. I just don't think you should go right to the he doesn't trust me point of view. That's all. Try to make light of it. Try to, not take it too seriously.
Well, I thought it was interesting when you said, something about that it implying that she's only after his money. I think he could be very clear. I don't think you're after my money at all. I think we're together because we want to be together. However, when people who care about each other a lot reach across an intersection where they become very angry at each other,
yeah,
that's an entirely different scenario, and it's a very unpredictable, and it's reasonable to reduce volatility in that sort of situation. I hope we never hate each other. I don't, we both love each other. But if I became who you determined to be your enemy through no fault of my own, maybe you think I cheated and I didn't, but it just seemed like it. And then now you want blood. You know what I mean? So you just never know. But also, what about lifestyle? Because what if this is a situation where they're both going to live on his assets and she's going to be a stay-at-home mom, then you got to have some sort of provision for later on, because
Yeah,
you can't retard someone's ability to be effective in the workforce
that's
for
right.
7, 10 years and then be like, well, too bad it didn't work out and I'm taking my candy and going home. Good luck. Now you're 10 years removed from a resume. There's got to be
Yeah.
something to be
I think
said.
she's empowered there to say, well, sure, let me see it.
Yeah,
Say, okay, well, let's talk about it. Do I need
Yeah.
my own lawyer, or can you and I work this out? Because I'm not opposed to it, depending on what it is you're asking for. I go back to the concept that the person asking for the prenup, it's because they're wealthy. And
sure.
so they think about that all the time. They think about the fact that, how do I manage this so that, if it works out, then great. We don't ever have to exercise this prenup.
Yeah.
It's
Congratulations.
Schrodinger's
But,
prenup.
yeah, I mean, right, Paul, if you think about it, what I'm saying to you is, should this not work out,
Right.
then we're discussing how we're dividing assets. My wish is we stay together forever.
This is why Superman dressed up like Clark Kent to
Right.
get with Lois Lane. This is why. Because Superman powers was money in this case. You don't know. If chicks always want you as Superman, you don't know, arguably, the movie Coming to America. Like this is one of the oldest, dramas. I'm sure it's Shakespearean if we went through his catalog. I don't know, but
Wow. Well, that event brought a lot of
ire.
heated discussion. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But so net, it sounds like, I mean, RC and I sound like we understand the prenup, and delivery is important, tact on anything. But I would say, work it out. It's not,
Work it out.
yeah, maybe go over details, but I don't think the prenup is a deal breaker in my opinion.
So the idea of Tuesday night he washes the car, Wednesday picks up the laundry, Saturday night, that's not a good idea. Okay.
Well, there's going to be some other jobs on her side if that's, and they're not going to be out in the front yard. They're
Goes
not
to
gonna,
that level again. It's always in that
it's gonna be
sex
more
level.
than just Tuesday nights, if you know what I'm saying.
But
Oh, yeah, no. The you could add, you could have some stuff on your wish list, Chrissy.
sure.
I'm so glad you brought this up, because there was a few things I was thinking about
Yeah, there you go.
that I really want to make sure I'm going to get a guarantee on those.
Put it in the prenup.
This could be,
Put
what
it in
this could be?
writing. Huh?
This could be a non-legal, but signed at home, a freaknup. How about
freaknup?
a freaknup?
What's a freaknup?
Where
Well,
that's going?
everybody, RC gets it.
Come on.
You mean
It's like sort of. There was a movie about this, and I'll just date myself.
Was there really?
But just about, everybody has jobs they need to perform. And we put that into the prenup.
is this going to a sexual thing again?
It has been there for some time. Yes. What? Yes. It's exactly what it is.
This is
Well, have you ever heard the joke? They say that when a couple first starts to date, every time you have sex, you put a penny in a jar. And then when you get married, every time you have sex, you take a penny out of the jar.
okay.
And you'll never run
empty
out of
the
pennies.
jar.
Huh?
You'll never empty the jar.
You'll never empty the jar. You'll never empty the jar.
Okay.
But if you have a freaknup,
Did you just make that up? You made that up, didn't you?
I did just make it up, but
A
I think it could
freaknup.
be, yeah, I could see this being a thing. That could be a movie.
Freak no.
It
A
could at least be a
freaknup.
hashtag.
We'll have to put that out. Yeah, freak
Whether
now.
we like it or not, relationships are somewhat transactional.
No, I was going to say, RC, people have to understand. I tell this to my kids. A marriage is a business relationship. It's not just all about love and going out together. It's a business relationship as well. So always keep that in mind. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, and it depends on how you define business.
Oh, here we go
RC,
again.
RC, bro.
RC, please don't get captured by Paul's
Dirty
ways.
business.
He's just speaking nature.
Okay. Well, I think
We didn't
sort of-
make up the jar joke. That's an old joke. That's an
I've-
old joke, and every guy's heard it.
I've never heard
It's
that.
almost
Okay.
like a rite of passage that men share with each other.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
How many pennies you got in your jar?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's still pretty full.
Still
Wow.
measuring in dollars.
Jesus. Well, this has been enlightening to say the least. Well, thank you for being here. This has been a lot of fun.
Yes,
And
our most recurring guest.
yes,
We'll have to keep it
I'm
going.
honored. Thank
he's a
you.
popular
Hey, so are we.
guest. Yeah, he's very popular.
Keep them coming.
Wait,
Bring me-
and when you say popular, wasn't RC our highest viewed clip?
He had like over 200,000. I didn't look at the last number, but I saw somewhere with like 200,000 views.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's
He's almost
crazy.
blushing. I would say if the room weren't already red, I think I see a blush on him.
See, it's the YNR thing.
Oh, okay. I see. It's the YNR thing.
Full
Whatever.
circle. Full circle.
No, no. Everybody just loves
It's
you.
not. It's not.
No, I know.
But I
But you-
really enjoy it, guys. Thank you for letting me participate.
Hey, thank you.
we got another one.
Fun.
Yeah, we got another one coming up. And yeah, so I want to thank also our soundless engineer, Gary, our slicer and dicer editor, Isabella, and Motormouth Paul. You guys do a great job.
I heard that in there. That's
Yeah.
why prenups exist, Chrissy. That's why we were so good until right then. We were so good till right then.
We're still good.
You know what? I guess I'll have to see which page of the prenup that violated, but yeah. All right, we'll do it again.
Yes, we'll do it again. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, don't forget to call 818-570-2535, right?
Yeah, leave a text or a voicemail. Either one.
Take care, everybody. Bye, RC.
See you guys.
Toodaloo, Chrissy.
Toodaloo, Paul.
Toodaloo.